Coco Gauff stunned. Epic reaction to shocking crowd abuse. American tennis faces backlash. It was supposed to be a celebration of tennis, a showcase of talent, athleticism, and sportsmanship. But for Coco Gauff, one of the brightest stars in American tennis, the match that night quickly turned into a nightmare that no athlete should endure. From the first serve to the last rally, the crowd's energy had been electric, but soon that energy crossed a line. What began as spirited cheering morphed into relentless abuse, chance targeting. Coco's age race and even her family echoed across the stadium. The whispers became shouts. The shouts became jeers. And in that moment, the young champion, known for her resilience and composure, was stunned. I've played in big arenas before, Coco later reflected, but I've never experienced anything like this. It wasn't just criticism. It felt personal. It felt like they were trying to break me. The match that became a nightmare. The match was a quarterfinal clash at a major WTA tournament in Europe. Coco entered with confidence, having demolished opponents in the early rounds. Her rival, a seasoned top 10 player, knew the stakes in the crowd support, but neither anticipated how the audience would turn against a 19-year-old American. From a first point, Coco noticed it. A small ripple of murmurs at first, then a crescendo of negativity with each of her strong rallies. Every mistake, even the smallest unforced error, was met not with polite groans or disappointment, but with targeted taunts. Come on, you can't even serve. Go back to where you belong. You don't deserve this. Coco's eyes betrayed a mixture of disbelief and hurt. She had faced intense competition, hostile opponents, and media scrutiny, but never a crowd that seemed intent on undermining her simply for being herself. And yet, she continued, each serve, each backhand, each step across. The court was measure precise. Her focus remained, but the tension was palpable. The match, once a standard, high contest, had become a battle of endurance against an invisible opponent, the hostile crowd. The shocking moment, midway through the second set, the abuse escalated. A fan threw a bottle near the baseline. Security intervened quickly, but the incident sent shockwaves through Coco's composure. Cameras caught her pausing, taking a deep breath and muttering under her breath, not at her opponent, but the injustice of it all. The stadium's reaction drew gasps. Fellow players in the stands shook their heads in disbelief. Even commentators struggled to maintain professional composure. It's absolutely unacceptable, one analyst said on air. Coco is one of the most poised young players in the world, and yet the crowd seemed determined to see her falter. But Coco did not falter, at least not visibly. She finished the match with a level of determination that left viewers stunned worldwide. Her opponent, visibly impressed and shaken by the incident, approached Coco at the net. I've never seen anything like that, the opponent admitted. You were incredible. Coco's epic reaction. After the match, Coco addressed the media with a calmness that belied the intensity of what she had endured. I won't lie, it was really difficult, she admitted. At some points, I didn't know if I could stay in the moment, but I reminded myself why I play tennis. For the love of the sport, for my team, and for the fans who support me positively. She paused, then added words that would immediately make headlines. What happened tonight should never happen to any player, male or female, young or old, American or international. We need to do better as fans, as a community, as a sport. Her reaction was measured, but bold. She did not lash out at the fans directly, nor did she diminish her opponent. Instead, she used the moment to call for accountability, shining a light on the darker side of competitive tennis. Social media erupted. Clips of her press conference went viral with fans praising her grace under pressure and mature response. Coco is a true role model, tweeted Serena Williams. She turned a painful moment into a lesson for everyone watching. This is how leaders are born, wrote another commentator. The backlash against American tennis. The incident didn't just reflect on the crowd. It sent shock waves through American tennis as a whole. Analysts debated whether players from the U.S. were being unfairly targeted. Abroad, whether cultural biases played a role and how governing bodies could prevent similar incidents in the future. Some fans of U.S. expressed outrage at determined organizers for failing protect Coco adequately. Others call for stricter penalties for abuse of spectators. If you're in the stands, you represent the sport, said a former WDA champion. Abuse like this undermines everything tennis stands for: fairness, respect, and integrity. Sports networks picked up the story, framing it as both a crisis and a turning point. Headline screamed, American tennis under fire after Gauff crowd abuse. Stars speak out. Tennis fans must respect players. It became a national discussion. Politicians, celebrities, and journalists weighed in highlighting how athletes, especially young black athletes, continue to face disproportionate scrutiny and hostility. The psychological toll. Coco's coach, Diego Moano, provided insight into how difficult the situation had been, impact on the sport. The incident became a case study in sports psychology and ethics. Analysts debated how fan behavior affects player performance, while sociologists examined patterns of bias and abuse in global sports. Schools and youth programs also picked up Coco's story, using it as a lesson in resilience and advocacy. Her response was cited as an example of how young athletes can lead through challenges, turning negativity into constructive change. In short, Coco's reaction created a ripple effect that reached far beyond the stadium, a message for the future in a sport often criticized for elitism and sometimes unspoken biases. Coco Gauff's stance sent a clear signal. Athletes are human. Players deserve respect. Crowds must act responsibly. Abuse has no place here. Her words were not just a plea. They were a call to action. Fans, organizers, and fellow players now had a standard to uphold, inspired by a young champion who refused to be silenced. I didn't choose to face abuse, Coco said, but I did choose how I respond. And that choice is mine every single time. It's a message that will resonate for years to come. A reminder that courage is not just about winning on the court, but standing up for yourself with dignity, even when the world seems against you. Weeks later, Coco returned to competition stronger than ever. Her gameplay was sharper, her focus unbreakable, and her message unwavering. Every match became an opportunity to showcase not just skill, but integrity and leadership. Fans, inspired by her example, continued a movement online, ensuring that respect in sports remained a central conversation. And for Coco Gauff, the stadium lights no longer represented only pressure. They became a symbol of resilience, a stage to demonstrate courage in the face of adversity. Because in tennis and in life, true champions aren't just defined by victories on the scoreboard, but by how they respond to the hardest moments off it. Coco Gauff did more than respond. She stunned the world. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. To next